About 71% of the Earth's surface is covered by water, allotting for hundreds of millions of people to depend on oceans as their main source of livelihood each day. Experts at Friday's workshop held at the United Nations by the UN Mission of Australia and the Pew Environment Group, entitled Keeping the Green Economy Blue, underlined the fact that the ocean is a key life support system of our planet, noting that sustainable development cannot be achieved without protecting the world's oceans. However, these experts warn that our oceans are in crisis, with only about 1% of the world's marine areas protected.
I believe that achieving this target will require major reforms of the governance structures and the mandates and procedures of regional fisheries management organizations to prevent overfishing, to enable delivery of this target, and it will also require international structural reforms, again eliminating harmful subsidies.
So you do need a regional approach, because at the end of the day you're not just talking about the ocean impacts on all the countries in the same way in that same region. So a big focus through the South Pacific Forum, as well as making sure we've got a regional approach. In terms of fisheries negotiations, because smaller states are always at a disadvantage with the high seas fleets that come through to do fishing, and so often in the past it's been overfishing. We do a lot of work in also helping develop the right training for people in how to handle fisheries negotiations.
Panel experts explained that 80% of global fisheries are either fully exploited or overexploited. Unsustainable fishing is a leading cause of why 90% of the large marine predators are estimated to have already vanished. Coral reefs are also of great concern, with reports estimating 58% of coral reefs being threatened. Many are expected to be gone by 2040, due mainly to rising ocean temperatures and increasing levels of acid in our oceans.
In terms of fisheries, habitat, pollution, we know what we need to do. It's not a mystery anymore. We have the evidence that if we can reduce fishing rates, eliminate destructive fishing practices, implement what I'll call a more ecosystem-based approach, establish marine protected areas, and reduce pollutant concentrations, that will go a long way.
We need transition financing to think about. These fisheries this is not a problem that was created overnight, and it's not a problem that's going to be solved overnight. So we need to think smartly and collaboratively about how to create public-private partnerships for financing the transition of fisheries to be more successful over the long haul.
Yet experts say there is still hope, and they're hoping for a strong oceans outcome at the UN Conference on Sustainable Development, also known as Rio+20, to be held in Brazil in June 2012. The conference will feature oceans and fishery issues on its agenda within its anticipation of securing renewed political commitment to strengthen action toward an institutional framework for global sustainable development and the eradication of poverty. Panel experts and participants alike agreed that it will in fact take political will to protect the oceans and seas of our world. But the question remains, how will enough political will be achieved? Afaf Kanja for South South News, United Nations.